Well, I just had rounds with the doctor and got maybe some bad news that I thought I would share. So this Airvo 2 is actually, quite a bit more oxygen, which she has been doing really well on, but it is a higher dose of oxygen than what she was at before. And this morning she had to have her dose increased sitting up um, even higher than, and she didn't have that yesterday. So, um, we had her lay on her side and we were able to turn it down even lower than what it was yesterday. But she just really struggles with having to do that. So I just got her up and sat her up and we turned it back up again. I think it's a little higher again than it was yesterday. Again, it's a different type of, not just like the 3 liters, 6 liters, 8 liters. It's set up a totally different way. So I'm not really sure how to cross reference like from one to the other. But so today it was Dr. Lageson, which is, I should have recorded it, but he came in kind of unexpected. I didn't know he was coming, and so I wasn't really ready. And he was my dad's nurse, or my dad's doctor. And he just said, here's the deal. Like, I am concerned about your mom, that she keeps needing increased oxygen. And we can't keep going down this road, or I'm afraid that this virus will eventually kill her. He said it is a big concern where she's at and how she keeps, dipping down and needing more. And, he said, I don't think the virus is still running its course in her body. I think it's basically done running its course, but now her body has had an inflammatory response, and that's what is affecting her and what she's trying to overcome. So he said this pill that she kind of refused to take yesterday and this morning, he said, this is all I've got. It's really hard for me to get because so many people need it. He said it's a very good anti-inflammatory that helps knock out the virus and helps knock out the inflammatory response. And he said, you can decide not to take it if you don't want to, but he said, but right now the risk versus the benefit, he said, I would say the benefit is much higher than the risk. He said, she's at a high risk. She's still very ill. And Mom asked him how long she was going to have to be here. And he said, Sarah, to be honest, people that are as sick as you are have been here like up to 2 or 3 weeks. He's like, you're still very sick. And if we can just get your inflammation in your body down and from its response to this virus, we'll get you back on your feet. But I said, well, her inflammatory levels were down quite a bit from Friday night, and he said they're down, but they're still at 7 and normal is 0.3. So he said she's still really battling with the inflammation. So I asked Mom what she thought. I think his wording kind of scared her. She actually didn't understand him at all. I had to write it all on the board, and after I wrote it down, she was like, oh, like she said, what would I do without you here? I wouldn't have understood anything that he just said. So I'm glad, I'm just glad that they have allowed me to be here this long. And the idea of having to leave tears me up. The idea of being away from my kids tears me up, but I just can't. I can't leave her like this. So, anyway, so we did agree to take it. I will still keep giving the NAC. We've tried giving her Tylenol just to kind of comfort some of the discomfort. She took some like cough tablets to help with the sore lungs and coughing. But all there really is to do is comfort cares and this possible anti-inflammatory, and just put her on her stomach, put her on her side, and she cannot stand being on her stomach. And it's actually even harder now with her, the nose piece that she has to be on her stomach. It's much easier on her side. So Again, I'm sorry, like I said, there's like these peaks and valleys. We'll have a really good time, a really good few hours. It gives us a lot of hope, and then suddenly we'll have a few hours where she's just really kind of run down, really weak, really uncomfortable. And, there's not a whole lot I can do for her but just keep repositioning her, rubbing her back, trying to distract her with all of the messages that everybody sends. So keep praying. We're not out of the woods yet. And yeah, that's about all. Got anything to say? I told her not to let this virus kick her butt, that we need to take it down, and she said, give me an axe. So, anyway, love y'all.